you think? Good. Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday morning, September 17, 2020, and I'm headed into work for the day. Yesterday was a good day. One of my stocks had it closed up over 8%. I think I sold around 9 or 10% on my position. I wasn't investing a whole lot. I should have been. Let's just put it that way. So I'm going to get back to how I was investing more towards the beginning of the year or when I started this, and go for my solid, 3% return per trade or per position or whatever, and get away from this, gold rush type of mentality where I'm just, throwing money at random companies that I don't really follow, and they only hit when there's good news or something like that. So, I don't want to say I've been losing money, but my positions have just been fucked for like weeks. I think I've been in the two positions for like 2, 3 or more weeks, and they just keep either going down. The one that I dumped, it was down, I think like 25% or something like that. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I don't even know who this fucking company is, and I just kept averaging down and buying down, thinking like, oh, well, it'll go back up. Like, I don't even know these companies. So I'm like, fuck that. So I dumped it, bought into my tried and true Old Faithful, because that one was low. 5 days. In 5 days, it went up $1. So, which was like 10%. Amazing. So next time it dips, and I sold it yesterday, but next time it dips, I will do the same. I'll buy back up, and I'll wait. I'll be more patient, spend more time, whatever, because this is that last quarter of the year, and I've talked about this before, but the last quarter, everything just seems to stagnate, where it's not as volatile, it's not as explosive and whatever as the rest of the year or the season, but it's all good. Last night, Nikki came over, we hung out, we watched, so we've been watching Cobra Kai on Netflix, and it's a really good show. It's got the two main arch rivals from the original Karate Kid movies, Ralph Macchiano, and I don't know who the other guy is. And it's a pretty good show. It's a pretty good show. So we've been watching that. We're probably gonna binge watch the shit out of it this weekend, and we'll see kind of how this. We'll see what's going on. So today's Thursday. Gonna try to meet up with Jess and go to that pumpkin farm that we went to last year for her birthday. So I think we actually went on her birthday. So 9/15 of 2019. If you look back at that vlog, that was the place that we went to, and we wanted to try to get to the sunflowers. They were supposed to have a sunflower field, and it was too muddy, and it just did not work. It was just an entire mud puddle, and so gonna try to make that happen today. So however we can, whatever, we'll see. I don't know, but she's down for it. It's Thursday. She normally works Thursdays, and she's actually off. So she's down for it. I'm down for it. So I got my camera shit charging at home. I got the stereo receiver moved at home, and I got just right now. I only have 2 speakers plugged into it, and they're really small speakers. They're like 4x4 inch. They're tiny. They're for surround sounds. I mean, what are you gonna do? And they sound, well, let's be honest, they sound like shit because there's no beef to them. So I'm like, well, we do have this old subwoofer sitting here. I'm like, I wonder if that would improve the sound. I'm kind of running it instead of surround sound mode, more just stereo mode with like a left and a right, and then I was like, well, maybe I can add some bass. So this sub just has never quite worked properly, and I don't know why. I don't know why. So I ran like an RCA cable from the receiver to it. Like, kind of worked, when it was turned up to max, but then there was like feedback and other like ambient noises getting in there. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, this subwoofer has a high line or high level input, which you run your speakers through it via normal speaker cable, and I guess it works. Somehow it pulls out the bass signals from it, and then it's in phase and all that. The timing's correct with the speaker output. So I'm like, okay, let me try that. Well, the little binding posts for the speaker wire on the back of the sub, like the little buttons that you push to unlock it, to stab the wire in, like they just like broke off. They're like brittle. That's how old this thing is. I'm like, well, okay, so I can't do the speakers. The RCA isn't working. I'm like, what the fuck is this thing's problem? So, I don't know. I'm guessing I'll probably just throw this fucking thing out. I don't know. I told you before, I really dislike surround sound. I don't know. It just doesn't sound good to me. I don't know. And it's kind of hard to engineer and design a room to facilitate or have a good surround sound experience. I mean, it's got, if you think about it, it's got to be almost like a purpose-built room in the aspect of, you know, you got to sit in the exact center. You know, your screen has got to be like in front of you, kind of in the middle of the room, like straight on, because you got, you know, left, right, center. And if you're not using a center channel or speaker, then it sounds like shit, because the center channel is usually the talking channel. It's a fucking shit show. So I'm getting away from that. I'm just gonna go with like a sound bar with a sub. So I don't know what they call that, if that's like a 2.1 sound system or what. I'm good with that. So probably I will can all of the surround sound hardware, like get rid of that shit and say fuck it. And then yeah, that's my thought. Yeah, so I ordered a wall mount for the TV for the lower level, and it's all fine and dandy, but the thing is I gotta get fucking cables to it. Cables to where the TV's gonna be, in the wall, in the middle of the wall. So power, coax, internet, I don't know what else, but kind of a lot of stuff. I mean, maybe. So I'm debating on, do I cut a fucking hole in the middle of the wall to do all this? Most likely what I'll do is maybe put the wall mount on if it'll line up properly and nicely, and just test it. If I like it, then I'll go through more of the effort and hassle, maximum effort of cutting holes and running all that shit through the wall so it's clean and pretty. What a pain in the dick. Let's just put it that way. So I made it to work. I gotta get running. I got another busy day. A lot of heavy hardware, cabling. I'm gonna be on my feet all day. I even pulled out my special like boots that I usually wear. So, yeah, let's make this happen, shall we? Stay tuned.
Those?
Yeah. You hear them buying?
But I see them.
All right, little guys. We don't have time to go say hi.
I don't want to smell like them.
You don't?
No. I might wear the sweater tomorrow. I might return the gold.
Why do you smell like a farm? Milo's castle. It's my musk. Wait, what? Alright, so this place, we were here 1 year ago, almost exactly. And they said they don't have sunflowers, but they have zinnias. And last year we couldn't see any flowers because it had rained and it was muddy, buddy.
Swamp next year.
Yeah. I guess that's what they're talking about.
Those aren't as pretty.
They're not.
Or the chicken.
Hi.
Hi.
Happy birthday.
That was days ago.
This is part of your birthday present, so you don't gotta
gosh,
give me money back.
Ornament was awesome.
Oh
I
yeah.
just showed my students that
Yeah.
they were talking about Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, guess what, guys? I got a Harry Potter Christmas ornament yesterday. No, you didn't. Really? Okay, here's my picture of it.
Boom.
I like doing that.
So these are zinnias. Interesting.
They look dead, don't they?
Yeah, maybe that's why that girl didn't mention them initially. Cause is that all mud? Why does that look like mud? No?
I mean, it does, but we'll find out.
Okay, let me get the camera out here.